Hello, good morning. We are looking at the introduction of the cloud computing. So in the previous session, we have discussed about the various cloud services. So various organizations provide cloud services and we have seen some examples on that like Facebook, Gmail, YouTube, WhatsApp and so on. And we also discussed about the cloud components. So when the user wants to use the cloud services and the storage space provided by the organizations, then we call the users as the client. So if they want to access the services from the cloud and the storage space, they need the internet, and through the internet they can access the servers, that is the cloud. They can access the cloud, so that is nothing but the remote servers. So these servers it can be either the distributed servers or the data centers. Now in today's session we'll discuss about client computers. So there are types of client computers, means whenever you are accessing the cloud services, the various clients, there are various types of users using various devices. They can access the cloud services through the internet. So we'll see those various devices through which the client can access the cloud services with the help of internet. So clients are the device that the end user interact with cloud. So the clients interact with the cloud with the help of the devices only. So the types of clients, that is mobile client, thick client and thin client. So let us understand what are the mobile clients. So mobile clients are nothing but the clients who all are using mobile devices like smartphones, various smartphones. Smartphones can be of any company like BlackBerry, Samsung, Lenovo, etc. And thick devices are nothing but it can be the systems or the laptops. So the clients can use their own laptops and systems to access the cloud services. And thin clients, they can use the devices which has no internal resources, which has no storage space, which has no internal storage space. All resources they are using from the remote server. See, mobile devices include smartphones, Blackberries, Windows, iPhone devices. So these are nothing but these are the clients which uses mobile devices, and these are the clients. Thick clients are the clients who is a regular computer user and they use the web browser like Firefox or Google Chrome to access the cloud services. And as I told you, there are thin clients. So thin clients are also the devices like computers. They do not have the internal hard drives, but rather let the server do all the work, but then display the information. So as I told you, these devices don't have the internal memory or internal hard drives where they can store all the information. So whatever the resources they need, all these resources they access it from the remote servers. So whatever is stored on the remote server and whichever applications, whichever data, whichever resources they need, everything they access it from the remote server. So another definition of thin client is, a thin client is a computer that runs from resources stored on a central server instead of localized hard drive. Thin clients works by connecting remotely to a server-based computing environment where most applications, sensitive data and memory are stored. So as the thin client don't have its own internal hard drive, so nothing it is going to store there. Whatever it needs, it is going to use it from all applications, whichever data they need, whichever memory, whatever they need, everything they are accessing from remotely, server based. So this diagram represents the thin client and the thick client. So thick clients are also called as the fat client. So in this thin client, you can see that thin clients rely on a central processing, means for processing it relies on a central computer. Okay, so most of the processing is done through the central computer. They don't have their own processor. So whereas you can see in this diagram, the thick clients have their own processor. So most of the processing is done by the computers itself, and very less they do it from the central computers, means which are located on the remote host. So in a thin client, most of the processing is done on the central processing from the remote host, whereas in a thick client, they have their own processors and most of the processing is done through their own processor, but very little processing or the little help they are taking it from the remote servers for processing. So what are the benefits of thin client? So the first benefit of thin client is lower hardware cost. See, thin clients are cheaper than thick clients because they do not contain as much hardware, because they don't have the internal hardwares. So obviously the thin clients are means they have lower hardware cost because they don't have the hardware. Next is lower IT cost. So thin clients are managed at the server and there are fewer points of failure, means the resources, whatever the resources they are using, everything they are managed at the server. So all softwares or applications, they don't need to spend for that. Okay, they are taking in a very less amount from the server, so lower IT cost. Then security. Since the processing takes place on the server and there is no hard drive, there is less chance of malware invading the device. Means everything they are taking it from the server where it is secured properly. So entering the viruses or hacking the system, there is a less chance for that. Since the thin client don't work without a server, there is less chance of them being physically stolen. Data security, as also your data is secure on the server side, so there is also less chance even if the computer crashes or stolen, it is not going to affect. And less power consumption. Thin clients consume less power because than the thick clients, because all maintenance, all power, everything is maintained on the server side. Ease of repair or replacement. So it's easy to replace because computer, this is the computer with no internal hard drive and with no lot of resources. So most of the resources are taken from the server. So it is like a box swap route and the user desktop returns exactly. So this diagram shows that other companies host your applications. So your company does not pay for hardware and maintenance. So if you are using the cloud services provided by some other organization, then your company does not have to pay for hardware and maintenance. Okay, and through the internet they can access those services which are provided by some other organization. So this other organization, we call it as third party. This other organization who are providing the cloud services to the users, we call them as a third party. We call them as a third party who are providing the cloud services. So the service provider pays for equipment and maintenance. So if you are accessing the cloud services from the third party, then they are going to pay for equipment and maintenance. You don't need to spare some different time on maintenance and the hardware. Okay. So this type of system allows user to work on the remote cloud computing. Customer do not own the physical infrastructure. They rent the usage from a third party provider. So we have finished this session. In the next session, we'll see some more information on cloud computing. Thank you.